Hello, all. Today we are going to talk about ideas. The ideas you get while looking at your surroundings. Did you ever felt the necessity to change something in your surroundings which you thought was a problem? Well, look at your surroundings, understand them. Try to figure out what is wrong and tinker with them. Try to solve them.
Hello guys, this is Pranshu and today we are here for a session. So as you can see on the screen, what's written here? Alright, I'll jump straight on to the point. What's the third word? Tinkering? So I need to ask you what is tinkering? So can somebody answer?
It is a method of learning which we are doing without a mentor in an unskilled and experimental way.
Alright. Pujan?
We don't have any teacher or mentor or anything, but we are trying. And
Alright.
we learn from that, and that is known as tinkering.
Alright, that's still not accurate. Thank you, Rashmi. You can get seated. Okay, so my point being, what is tinkering? I mean, tinkering is, well, I'll probably give you an example now. Have you all owned an RC car? A remote controlled car, right? So, have you ever by mistakenly broken any one of them? Guys, you need to be more careful, alright? So, what did you find in an RC car? Can anyone tell me?
In the RC car, there are motors, circuit, and wires joined to the batteries. And in remote, there is board which contain the transmitter. We transmit the waves into the receiver which is in the car.
Alright. Anybody else who wants to point out something else? Okay, so you guys are satisfied with his answer. So he said there are multiple things, motors, circuits, and a remote. Fine. So, have you tried using any of it to make something else? What? Anybody? Raise your hands, please.
I have made a fan.
You made a fan.
Fan.
Fan out of
Yes.
the motor.
Yes, out of the motor and battery.
Alright. Get seated, please.
I have made a cleaner where our hands cannot go with the help of our earbuds.
How? How does it work?
With the help of a 9-volt battery and a switch
Uh-huh.
and a motor and earbuds.
And a switch and a motor and a earbuds. So you'd connect them all and insert it where our hands won't be able to go. Alright. Great. Here, my friend.
I have made a boat.
You made a boat. A paper boat?
No, plastic bottle.
Out of a plastic bottle, you made a boat and attached your motor to it?
Yes.
Alright. So, great work. I was a curious soul like you all. So, I tried to make a hydroelectricity generator by connecting my motor to the propeller and the other side of it to an LED, so that when water flows through the propeller, it would revolve and give power to the LED. Alright, do you guys get the idea? Yeah. So, all of these examples are of tinkering. You guys might not know it, you might not have realized the same. Fine. But that is tinkering. You have tinkered with several objects which has helped you to make something like a boat or a fan or a cleaner, which is great. And that's what I'm trying to say. You need to tinker more. Fine. So now we'll read a definition of tinkering. Can you all read it together? Go on. Okay. So exploring. Did they explore while they took out the parts of an RC car to make something else? Did they explore what the uses were and how to pair them with several other things? Did they experiment to make something else? Were they skilled? So does this definition suffice? Alright, so that's what my point is. This is what tinkering is. Now I'm asking you to take a problem and tinker with it. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? There are several problems around us and we must have seen several of those issues getting solved by tinkering. So I asked the same question in another city, in another school. I asked the guy, okay, what problem do you have? He replied, sir, I have joint ache. Like what? You need to see a doctor. That's the solution to it. So I'm not looking for such problems. I'm asking you to tell me problems like there was another girl in some city who asked me. So it's the city is Shimla, right? So she asked me that it rains unnecessarily and without any warning. What can we do? That is a problem, right? Because your mother is out there, she's hanging clothes on a rope, and she's like, okay, if someone's not home, who will remove the clothes? So we devised something. We devised something to get her out of her misery. So basically, we got a solution for her problem. So do you have any such problems? No? Okay, who loses their keys all the time? So do you guys have shampoo boxes at your home? You know, you can cut them and keep it or stick it to a wall where you can keep it so that you'll never lose it. Or, okay, fine, I'll probably show you a photo. I actually did it. So, you know, I can just go home beside my bed. I can just keep it like that so that I won't lose them. So, I'll give you another example. We don't need Bluetooth speakers. It's just a PVC pipe with a hole in it. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah. So you don't have any problems, but people do. And okay.
Not able to find the exact same pair of socks in the morning.
Okay, that's a very common problem. You know what? You can number them,
Or you can tie them together.
or you can tie them together. Alright, so there was one such problem which I observed. It's around us. Fine, we see it every day, but we ignore it. One such problem is with dustbins. Have you ever seen one of those municipal dustbins which are filled with filth actually, and those are so dirty. So my point is, I was at a hackathon somewhere, and we were thinking of problems to solve. So this was one problem we came up with to solve. So what we tried to do was, we tried to have an ultrasonic sensor on the lid of the dustbin so that it could sense what the level of the dust or of the garbage is. So yeah, we tried to sense that. So once it senses the data, it senses and sends the data to a cloud-based database. So through that, our municipal corporation can track down that which areas garbage dumpster is full, so that when it goes up to 80%, so that they can send a van and empty it, because cleanliness is necessary, right? We all take baths before school, right? Alright, so that's one problem that I had to solve, and I tinkered with stuff to do it. I got on with several developers and I did it.
But like in foreign countries, there are 3 dustbins used for medical waste, for we use food waste, and another is plastic and glass waste. So in India also we should use that way, so that food waste we should dump in the land, and glass and plastic waste should be recycled, and medical waste I don't know, but I'm suggesting
Yeah.
that we should do like Americans only, so we also we can decrease the dust wastage, and we can use plastic and glass again, so because it cannot be dumped in the land. So basically you're talking about hazardous waste and biodegradable waste, and that's how the foreign countries work. And meanwhile, as far as my knowledge is, even India is trying to adopt to that system, and municipal corporation is working on it.
Alright, I want everybody to clap for her. She's come up with a problem which I iterated, and she built it up. She built on that. She was like, we can do this also. So several municipal corporations and metro cities have already started working on that, but we still need to clear them out. The problem which I faced wasn't to segregate them. My problem was that we need to clear it out. It can't be kept there for days or months for mosquitoes or for flies to have fun around them. So that's what my point is, and that's what I tried to solve. So I want you to think that way. I want you to think that way and tinker with stuff to solve them. So this is one such space where you can tinker around with stuff. These maker spaces are built for you, and I'll hand over the mic to Rachna, and she'll get you there.
Hello people. So did you understand what Pranshu shared with you all? So he did talk about everyday life hacks, correct? And now we'll come to the main point, why are we here? Now you solved various everyday hacks with the use of a paperclip, maybe a motor, a plastic water bottle. These were all the available things at your home which you used to solve the things and the problems that you faced. But now what we are looking forward is, why not you be equipped with or provided some latest technologies, and so that you can work on the innovative ideas which are still there in your mind, but you cannot execute because of lack of the opportunities or the facilities or the resources. Do you know what is a 3D printer? Can anybody share what a 3D printer is? Please raise your hands.
It prints 3D objects.
Okay. Now, you gave a correct answer that 3D printer basically prints 3D objects. Do you know the difference between a 2D printer and a 3D printer?
2D means two-dimensional. It only has length and breadth. And 3D means it's also have height, which we can see and touch that things. It's a three-dimensional thing.
So basically how a 3D printer works is, it prints the 2D slices of a 3D object that you want to print. For example, I want to print this 3D water bottle. Now, how a 3D printer would work is, it will start from the base. It will be printing 2D slices of the water bottle, and then the whole entire 3D object would be printed. So basically, you have to provide an image, either through an image file using a software, or you can scan that 3D object which you want to print it. Now, talking about the other equipments, there are laser cutter and CNC machine. Basically, these both machines are used to cut, engrave, and carving on a wood. So they both use two different technologies. The laser printer uses an optic technology, and the CNC machine uses a computerized program technology. I'll be showing you a few applications of 3D objects where you can use a 3D printer.
Prosthetics. On the upside, researchers are printing better and better prosthetics for those in need. Some children have reported that they feel like superheroes after getting their new mechanical hand assembled. As we progress into the future, the abilities of these prosthetics will reach a level that will make regular body parts inferior. Before we know it, the cyborg age will be upon us. Body parts. In labs around the world, bioengineers have begun to print prototype body parts like ears, noses, artificial bone and skin, even an entire face. The first 3D skull transplant happened in the Netherlands. It was a process that took over 23 hours of surgery. The patient is back on track and shows almost no signs of having had any surgery at all. Medicine. 3D printed medicine is revolutionizing the field of prescription drugs. Now, doctors can deliver custom-made doses for patients with exact accuracy. Researchers believe that within the next decade, patients will be printing their own medication from home. Cars. The Urbi 2 is the first vehicle that has been manufactured from 3D printed parts. Since then, there has been some notably remarkable 3D printed cars with freshly innovative styles and futuristic designs.
The main thing is that you can print your own miniature of yourself. Also, it can be used in prosthetics. And the amazing thing is that you can print 3D food, which you all can eat, and it's eatable. Now I shall hand it over to Pranshu, who will be introducing you a tinkering activity and explaining what are you supposed to do in next 15 minutes.
Alright, thank you, Rashna. I'll hand over some stuff to you. It's basically a pouch which has cage pin, foam sheet, LED, battery. So these are a few contents that you'll get. You'll have to make something out of it. Anything. Just use your imagination and make something out of it. Alright? So let's get on with it.
So what did you make?
I make a butterfly.
I actually made a scene of a sunset, so which has a river flowing in it.
I made a flower.
I made a scenery from this all things. Will you tinker after this session as well?
Yes, I will tinker with my problem surrounding.
Tinkering means experimenting like with anything without any guidance or something, to just out of curiosity.
To learn new things without any knowledge for about that topic.
My tinkering is I want to complete my incomplete my failed project that I want to make. Did you enjoy? Yes. Did you enjoy the tinkering activity? Yes. All right. So who'd want to tinker more? Who will tinker more after going home? What will you tinker with?